Hello, guys. I am alive. I'm just gonna wait till somebody pops in and we'll start. Hello, guys. Assalamu alaikum. This is Mehwish here. Guys, this is really spontaneous, but I was thinking I haven't done a live stream alone in a very long time. And I was thinking about why not do it? Why not start it again? Have some question and answers, bring somebody live, have some conversation, talk about your struggles, talk about whatever, It's an open conversation. One of the things I was thinking about before coming in was, what do I really want to talk about right now? What's on my mind? And it was marriage. And I wanted to have the conversation with you guys, especially for people who've been through emotional abuse, people who've been through unhappy marriages or toxic marriages. How is it afterwards? How do you react when you're invited to someone's wedding? When you have to go to someone's wedding, or by accident you end up passing through someone's wedding? What are the feelings? What are the emotions? What do you feel? Does it remind you of your day? Does it make you sad? Does it make you depressed? Does it make you wish that you want to do it all over again with a different person? So what are your feelings? What are you going through? What is happening is what I wanted to talk about today. And I'll begin with me. Initially, I was pretty angry, upset, and not interested in knowing about someone's marriage. If somebody was getting married, I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to listen. If in my feed somebody's picture showed up and they were getting married, I was like, oh, I would roll my eyes and be whatever. I'm not interested. So I was just not ready to go down that lane, even if it was someone else, because it was a trigger response. It was a lot was going inside of me. I was dealing with it. So yeah, for a very, very long time. And I didn't understand at that time why I was acting that way. Because before I got married, here's the funny thing. Before I got married, I was so into marriages. I was like, who's getting married in this town? I want to be at their wedding. So it was all about weddings, dancing, meeting new people, and all that stuff. And I would be like, even if I'm not invited, I want to go. Whose wedding is it? I want to go. I want to go because I want to see the dances. I want to be part of the loud music and getting all ready and stuff like that. So that was before I went through my marriage thing. And now this is the other side of me. And I couldn't really understand this, because when I would look at pictures, or when I would look at invitations coming in, I'm not interested. I was getting angry. I was getting put off. I was like, what's going on with me? Why am I acting like that? I always love wedding. So I really didn't understand that I was processing my pain in those initial moments. It was hard to understand and be relatable to what was going on in my head. Although it was very obvious, but I still couldn't understand what was the struggle. Why was it a trigger for me? Because it wasn't my marriage. Or in a newsfeed, you're seeing somebody's marriage. You don't even know those people. Why was it this intense feeling inside of me? Like, what was going on? Having stepped into my healing, going through my healing, feeling that, oh yeah, now I'm in a better place, right? Now I'm in a better place emotionally. I'm getting more towards being stable. And this is like a year and a half ago. And I felt like, yeah, I'm getting better. And a family wedding comes up. Oh man, I'm super excited. We're getting together, we're dancing, it's all good. Now comes the big day. Now comes the big wedding day of my cousin, and we're all there, and she comes down dressed up as a bride. That was it. It was the trigger. I was not prepared at all. I thought that I had healed and I was okay and it's going to be so much fun and I've been having so much fun. This is me. This has always been me. But there it was. While she walked down the aisle, I couldn't stop myself. I got emotional. I was like, why is she doing this? Marriage is just full of shit. It's going to ruin her life. There are no happy endings. There are never going to be happy endings. You put yourself out there. You invest yourself. You leave your home. You leave your everything behind. What for? For this one guy? And what happens? They don't respect you. They don't regard you. And blah, blah, blah. So it was a trigger and I couldn't stop myself. And while she was wedding away, I was crying like, oh my gosh. Everybody was like, I don't know what everybody was thinking. But I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't. It was a trigger. And then I had to come back and sit with myself and really collect myself and say, what's going on here, Mehwish? Why are you feeling this way? I thought you were healed. And why I'm sharing that, because a lot, well, not a lot, but a few ladies reached out to me recently. And they did ask me this question. And I've been thinking about how to make a post on it, but I've yet to really put it together. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's hard. You think you've healed, you think you're okay, things happen, triggers happen. That doesn't mean that your healing is all gone to waste, or you haven't healed, or you thought you've healed but you've not. Healing is not set in stone. Healing is different for everyone. And you can heal and still have triggers, different triggers. That does not mean you've not been on that journey. So for me, it was shocking. It was painful to be like, what's going on with me? But I had to really embrace it. I was like, okay, I've started my healing. I've embraced it. Maybe I've not got to the core, but this is just another layer. It's just another layer that I'll need to peel and move forward really. And I sat in with that feeling for as long as I wanted to. And all the negativity that came with the thought of marriage and the emotions that I was feeling, I just put them down. And then I thought of the opposite, actually. I thought of the opposite, how I would have wanted it to be. And why did I think that was never going to be attainable? And it's been 1.5 years. I'm here right now talking to you, and I feel like marriage is beautiful. If it's done with the right person at the right time, marriage is a beautiful bond. It's a beautiful companionship. And I feel quite happy and I feel quite proud of myself to have overcome those emotions, to overcome that journey where I was struggling with seeing. I was struggling. Oh, somebody sent a request. Let's bring them in. Oh, I guess that was an accident. Anyways, guys, if you want to join me live, you can send in a request. If you have any questions, shoot them in the comment section. I'm talking about marriage and marriage response after you are divorced, going through divorce, or you are processing your pain. And I was just talking about my stages of acceptance and about opening up myself to marriages are good. It's okay to want to go to someone's marriage, and it's absolutely okay not to go to someone's marriage if it makes me uncomfortable, if it is a trigger for me. Even right now, in this moment, if I was invited to someone's wedding and I felt like, okay, I can't do this, I just can't go there, I wouldn't put myself there, and I wouldn't shame myself, I wouldn't judge myself, because I know I've healed a lot and I've come such a long way. And moments where you feel like you're breaking down does not mean that the work you've done before that breakdown was not good enough, or you haven't really done it. You have done it. So I really want to come in and share this with you guys, because I don't know, I just felt like this. I was just thinking about marriages, and I was looking at pictures on Instagram, and I had one or two ladies send me a DM about, I never talk about this side, about women struggling, women who've been through divorce, women are going through divorce, the emotions and how I dealt with it, or if I dealt with it. So I was like, let's talk about it. Let's bring it on the table and let's have an open conversation. What you feel after your pain is not something you need to judge yourself for. Whatever you feel your feelings. That's what I really advocate. Feel your feelings. What you're going through is part of the learning process. It's part of your growth. So you have to go through it. If I shut myself off, if I said to myself 1.5 years, I can't go to my cousin's wedding, this is going to happen and that is going to happen and whatever, I would have shut myself off. But I embraced it. I embraced myself without shaming myself, that it's hard. It's hard for me to see somebody walk down the aisle. It's hard for me to see that she's going to have a happy ending. It's hard for me to relate to people having a happy marriage, because I was going through my own pain. And then there's nothing wrong with that. So embrace yourself, embrace your pain. Doesn't mean if you felt that you've overcome your pain and then something happens and it's a trigger that you put yourself down. So don't do that. It's hard. I think not just for people like me who've been through the marriage and ended up not being happy. I think it's a trigger for single people who are single. They go to marriages and all these thoughts start coming in their mind. When are we going to get married? Are we ever going to get married? Are we ever going to find the right person for ourselves? Is it ever going to happen? Am I ever going to wear the wedding dress? All that. I know, because I for my culture, I got married really late. And I know I felt that, am I ever going to get married? So I've been through that stage as well when I was younger, that am I ever going to get married? Am I ever going to find someone who's going to want me and want to spend the rest of their life with me? So I went through that, and though I enjoyed going to marriages, I enjoyed the dances, I liked the glamorous dresses and all that, I always would come home and think about it. When am I going to get married? Is it ever going to happen? And then it's now. I'm married and it got messed up. Now I go to marriages and I'm like, is it worth it? Marrying, is it worth it? Settling down with someone? So just don't judge yourself. You go through certain things, right? And you go through pain. Every pain, every new chapter in your life is going to demand a different you, a new you. And you have to embrace it. You need to stop getting inside of your head and putting yourself in a box and labeling it, and that's you. But just embrace it. I felt this in this moment, and it's okay. I'm going to take it. I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to let it go, because you're going to grow out of it. I felt something a year and a half ago. I don't feel it now. I don't know what I'll feel tomorrow about the same subject, but I'll embrace it, because that's how I'm going to grow. That's how I'm going to evolve. That's how I'm going to change. And that is part of the process, right? That is the part of life. So you have to grow, you have to evolve, you have to change yourself. So having said that, guys, that is all for me for right now. That is all I could think of right now. I bought this book and I thought I'll share somebody's marriage story. It's about emotional abuse, and there are different stories in this book, and they talk about how they struggled in emotional abuse. I wanted to do that, but somehow I just went with the flow, and these are some of the things I wanted to share before I did pick up the book and read something from it. Guys, if you have any questions, send them. Let's have a conversation. If you want to come live with me, send me a request. If you're going through something and you want to talk about it, we are open to any conversation right now. Okay, so let me just find that page where it states about someone's marriage. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I really love this book, and wait a second, let me go. And I would recommend you all to get a hold of it. Let me show you the book. This is the book. Okay, it's really good. It's really helpful if you're going through emotional abuse, if you're trying to understand why you went through it, if you're thinking that you're alone, nobody has been through it ever, grab this book. This book has tons and tons of value in it, and it's amazing. But right now I'm trying to find okay, I'm trying to find a paragraph that I could just quickly read it out to you guys. Okay, there, I found something. I'm gonna read Nikki's story. It's really short, but I'll read that. So she says, I was convinced Sam would be pleased for me when I told him about the project management job I had just landed on. They offered me the position at the end of the interview, and I wasn't expecting to know so soon. So I was really excited. I rushed home to tell Sam, but he was watching Neighbors, and he didn't even take his eyes off the television. When I told him that I've been accepted to go abroad for a few days, every few months, he said, "You're not going." He said it as though it wasn't up for negotiation. And he still didn't look away from the television screen. He showed no interest in anything I did, but he still thought he could dictate to me. Yep. So that's Nikki. I know this is really short, but I'm reading this purposely because it's really short, but you could see how emotional abuse is. It's really subtle, and while reading it, you like, I didn't pick on anything, but if you really pay attention, you do see the husband's response, right? What did you understand actually? What is your take from the paragraph I read? Because my take from this paragraph is like, there are so many red flags in here. He's not interested. He's controlling her. He is not celebrating her for her success. These are big red flags to see in relationships. Is your partner celebrating you in your big, small, all kinds of wins? Is he there? Is he paying attention? Number one. That is really important. And the other thing is, he is controlling her without her even wrapping her head around that he is in control, in charge of her life, of her career, and whatever she does. If you read this paragraph, you won't probably understand it. But if you really break it down, if you read it 2-3 times like I did, the red flags are pretty aware and everywhere actually. So guys, this is all for tonight. I just want to come in and get a sense of how I'm going to do these live streams. I haven't done them in a long time. I haven't done the individual ones. So I was like, let's see how it goes. So here I am, being vulnerable, showing myself to you, sharing what's going in my head right now. And this is all. It was marriage, what you feel around marriage, and a little about subtle red flags that can happen in any relationship. Grab this book, guys. Get it? It is a wonderful self-learning tool about red flags, about subtle ways to see you being abused, gaslighted, manipulated, controlled. There are tons and tons of stories in this book about women who have stated how they were emotionally abused and how they did not see it coming at all. On that note, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Connect with me like, share, comment.